Well, at least the #1 comment was, we're having a baby, and not, we're getting divorced. We figured there'd be a little bit of guessing and fun in the comment section, but we really didn't expect the comments to run away like they did.
They got a little bit out of control.
They were. So, today, let's clear the air. First, we want to say thank you so much for all the loving support over all the years.
Yeah.
And all of the great comments. There was some real specific comments on this last video where people really expressed how much they enjoy watching our videos and watching us travel around the country.
Yeah, that was really heartwarming to read those ones.
Why does it sound like we're leaving YouTube?
I don't know, but that was also another big comment saying that they're gonna miss us.
We're not leaving YouTube. As long as you guys enjoy watching these videos and we continue to enjoy making them, we're gonna do that. Okay, so addressing the baby elephant in the room. There is no baby elephant. We are not pregnant. And despite all of the 207 comments on that,
Maybe even more.
maybe more, we're not pregnant. And the second most popular comment was, we're buying a house and we're getting off the road completely.
We're quitting.
And that's not entirely true. We are not buying a house right now, but we are entering year 7 on the road of full timing. So that has been more and more to the front of our minds, you know, especially as of late. So we're always kind of thinking about where would we like to buy a house. And that's the big question. Where in the US would you move to if you could move anywhere, and why?
Yeah, when we first started RVing, I think that we thought traveling would allow us to easily pick out our favorite places, and it would help us to find where our someday future home location might be. But over the years, it's actually made it harder. It's made it so much harder. It's like, man, we love so many incredible states and cities. Where do you even start? How do you even start to narrow those down?
Now I want 3 homes.
Yeah, you do. You want regional homes so that every season you have these hand-picked places. And our criteria list seems to be getting longer and longer, which just makes it harder and harder.
So we're going to continue RVing. And through all of those wild comments, there were a bunch of comments too about us changing rigs.
Yeah.
Which is that was the practical guess on it.
Yeah, and for those who have been following along with us, you can see that that's our trend.
This is kind of my fault. Even dating back to when I was in my early teens, before I got my driver's license, I was really hooked and addicted to vehicles. My dad is a muscle car guy. He's got a 69 Chevelle. You know, I've always been into kind of vehicles and things like that. I think in the first 10 years of me driving, I had 7 different vehicles. 7.
I had 1. I put 200,000 miles on it.
So you can kind of see the difference between the two of us. So the change thing is kind of driven by me. I really enjoy trying different things out. And for me, it really does enhance the experience. So I appreciate you putting up with that over the years and helping me scratch that itch.
Of course, you know, I'm always a little resistant to it, but people don't like change. Humans don't like change, but it's one of the best things for us to feel a little bit uncomfortable and to grow as a person. So as much as it's like, oh, again, I always end up appreciating it and being thankful that we went through it. And I guess I kind of have to thank you, because it's a miracle that you've wanted to stick with me all these years and he hasn't replaced me 7 times.
Not happening. So you can see we're still in our 5th wheel in our home. You know, we're not changing out of this one because we don't love it.
I'm gonna miss this one.
This is one that we could sit in much longer. We really do enjoy this 5th wheel a lot. And actually, a lot of this all started when we were upgrading to our dually truck. And it started me thinking a little bit, perhaps the next stage of what we were gonna do. and I started thinking about a truck camper. And I thought that we could have a fifth wheel and a truck camper at the same time, and that way we could do long-term trips with the fifth wheel. We could do shorter ones with the truck camper. We could do Alaska in the truck camper. We could do all types of fun and exciting stuff.
And I think that mind racing made sense because you were a little resistant to get the dually in the first place.
Yeah.
And then once you got it, it's like, okay, now that we have it, what else can we do to justify this dually?
It got me thinking a little bit. But the more I talked about the truck camper, the more Chris was not into it.
I wasn't. You know, I tried to entertain it. I try to be open-minded. But for me, the truck camper, it brings me back to how small living was in the van. Very small living. And when you have 2 adults and 2 dogs, a truck camper would feel very claustrophobic to me. So maybe if I was a solo traveler or we were a part-time traveler, that would be different.
Yeah, part of the reason we switched out of the van into our 26-foot travel trailer was to get some more space. And we've been towing a travel trailer or fifth wheel for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
So we've been in that category for quite a while.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed it. I think, you know, the 26-foot travel trailer was easy peasy. Driving around, it gave us more space. We had the truck, we could go boondocking. It allowed, campgrounds were a little bit better because you could leave the RV there and we had the truck to go travel around.
Yeah, it was a perfect transition trailer for us to get into towables and to have the benefits of having a truck. That opened a whole new world. I never thought I would like trucks, and now I'm like, oh, I love my truck. So like, again, you just morph as a person, and all of these experiences just make you appreciate things you never thought you would like at all.
You know, we wanted to continue that, and that's why we upped to a fifth wheel to get more space, more living, still have a truck.
Comforts of home.
Yep, and we've really enjoyed the lifestyle in this fifth wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, even right now where we're at, in a peaceful, quiet Midwest campground in the green, outside the windows, like it's just peaceful. We feel like we're at home everywhere we go.
Definitely.
But we kind of always go back to the van.
Hey guys, I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron, and for the next couple minutes, we're going to give you a little glimpse in our lives and what it's like to live in a tiny house on wheels.
Even though we're in a tiny Class B van, we still have a fully functional kitchen, including a double burner stovetop. We have a sink. We have a convection oven microwave and a 3.1 cubic foot refrigerator.
Not the living inside the van part, but the feeling of the van.
The freedom of the van.
Our first RV was a Airstream Interstate, which was a 22-foot Sprinter van.
When I look back at our memories, the van just gives me warm fuzzies. It was freedom, it was fun, it was adventurous. Everywhere we went, we had our home with us. We had everything with us. At the end of a day, we could just say, no, I don't want to go back to place A. Let's go to place B. And it just had this like adventurous spirit that you can't quite replace with a towable when your RV is parked 50 miles away or 20 miles away.
I remember national parks. What's up, guys? It is Yosemite National Park Day, and today we are gonna go check out the Mariposa Grove.
Yeah.
Visiting national parks in that Sprinter van was awesome. We would leave campsite A in the morning and we'd just go travel around all day through the national parks. You stop, you have lunch, you could sit, watch the sunset, and then you don't have to drive, 50 miles back or whatever it is. You can continue moving forward and go to the next place. And it was such a fun, adventurous way to do it. But living in a van full time, 2 people working, traveling, like it was awesome for quite a while.
Yeah.
But just not sustainable.
I'm impressed we actually made it 2.5 years. I mean, that's a long time.
So we always come back to that Sprinter van. We're not going full circle back to that, but we were searching for the next bigger Sprinter van, larger Sprinter van. We're kind of chasing that feeling a little bit. And that is another reason why we're selling the truck and the RV, is because we are switching categories all together and we are going back to a motorized RV, and we finally found what we've been looking for. We're picking it up this week and we are so excited to share that with you guys.
Now you can finally see what that glow in my eyes is really all about. Ever wonder where the name Irene Iron Travels comes from? It's actually named after my online fitness and nutrition coaching business, Irene Iron Fitness. I help people move better, feel better, and eat better with strength training and real food. No fad diets, no harsh restrictions, no counting calories, and absolutely no processed food in a package. If you want to get stronger and feel better at any age, check the description below for the links with my new client special, or join in on our next and upcoming group challenge.